Hello everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about looping concept, that is working with for, while and do while. I discussed about how to print some pattern in incremental order. Today I'm going to write a code for constructing this pattern which is in incremental order. I said you some of the rules and regulations. The rules are the initialization which I'm supposed to do, it must be minimum, and the condition which we are doing must be maximum, and the relational operator which we use must be less than or equals to. I'll just try to write it one more time. If the pattern is going in initial incremental order, then my initialization must be minimum. Okay, and the condition which I'm talking about, the condition on a loop which should be maximum, and the relational operator which we use on a condition must be always less than or equals to. Then always the modification must be always plus or plus. Okay, so based on these set of rules and regulations, we'll try to work with for, while and do while. We'll see all the three syntax of printing the above pattern, that is printing from 1 to 10. Okay, let us quickly move on to code and let us check it out how we can do code on this. Let me take a new file, hash include stdio.h, and including a header file to the application which makes to remove the prototype errors. Then I'll add a hash include conio.h to my application. Then I'll write void main. Inside the main function, I'll declare two variables. One is for initialization, one is for up to what value I wanted to print. That is, n is the maximum number of value. Up to what the number has to print. And my I is my starting variable. It starts with one number and goes up to a given number n. Okay. Now let me have a printf function saying that enter the value of n. N is the value which I am going to read from the keyboard by using a function called as scanf %d, ampersand of n. Let us try to work on the basic rules which I said for printing a pattern in an incremental order, that is for I is equals to 1, because you know that my pattern, if I'm talking about my pattern something goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If the value of n is given as 10, so it goes from 1 to 10. N value, I'll give it as 10 whenever it is asking for me to enter the value of n. So I'll just write I is equals to 1, I less than or equals to n, and I plus plus. Enter into block and write printf. If the condition is true, I'll try to write %d of, okay, then /t, then I'll just write the value of I. I need to be printed on the console. Let us close this and have getch function. So getch is used to read a character from the keyboard. The character which these characters will, until unless I give any character from the keyboard, it will not come out of the screen. Okay. So this is what I have written. Let me try to glance you one more time what initialization does. Initialization is initializing a value of I by 1. The local variable value by default value is garbage value. So I initialize with 1. Then I said 1 less than or equal to n. Let us say the value of n I have given it as 10. If I give the value of n as 10, so 1 less than or equal to 10 is 2, enter in the block. I said print the value of I on the console, 1 will be printed. /t indicates it is an tab space. Then I is the replacement value and %d is a format specifier. So whatever the value of I which is coming from this block, that will be printed by using a %d format specifier. So 1 is printed, 2 is printed, 3 is printed. Likewise, it goes up to a given value n. If the given value of n is 10, it will print up to 10. So let us try to compile and let us check it out whether my code is printing according to my requirement or not. If I give the value of n as 10, it is printing up to 10. If I give the value of n as 20, now it is printing up to 20. If I give the value of n as 300, it is printing up to 300. So it is working according to our requirement. Fine, guys. So hope you are clear with this for loop, how this for loop executes, and if a pattern is printing in incremental order, what you are supposed to do. Fine. Let us try to convert the same application what we have done now. I'll try to convert onto while and do while. So I'll just keep a comment on this. What is the comment line? I'll not raz any code. I'll keep as usual, and then I'll try to move on to while loop. I'll just go for initialization. I is equals to 1. This is called as initialization. This is called as initialization. On the initialization, then I'll write while condition. What is my condition now? The same condition what we have written previously. I'll write I less than or equals to n. If the condition is true, it has to enter into block saying that printf percentile d comma of I. Fine. Then I'll go for I plus plus. Let us close this. This is for while, and on while I have written some I less than or equal to n. This is my condition now. So after a condition, I have written I plus plus, and this is called as modification. This is called as modification. Fine. Let us try to compile the code. Successfully compiled without any errors. Let me run the application. Now, if I give the value of n as 10, it is printing up to 10. I didn't use /t, so that's the reason it is printing in a single line. Okay, let us try to go with /n. I'll give 10. Now it is printing up to 10. Let us try to go up to 200. It prints all numbers up to 200. Okay. Sir, can you convert the same application into do while? Let's try to do that. I'll just remove this code. I'll just comment even the while statement which I've done. See, I'm trying to do the same application, the single application, printing with all the 3 different looping concepts which are there in C programming language. One is for, I have printed with for first. Then I have printed the same pattern by using while. Now I'm printing the same pattern by using do while also. That is I is equals to 1. But that is what my initialization is. Initialization. Then I'll write do. Sir, what do while does? So in spite of checking any condition, whether the given condition is true or false, whether the given condition is true or false, I want to execute a set of statements for one time. So always I go for do while. That is /t comma of I. Fine. Then I'll write I plus plus. That is what the modification is. So let us try to close the block and write it in last. That is I less than or equals to n. So this is what I do an application by using do while. The same requirement, what? The printing a number from 1 to n. Now I'm doing with what? Do while. First I done with for, then I done with while, then now I am doing with the do while now. Okay, let us try to print the code and check it out whether my code is printing all the numbers from 1 to n or not. Yes, it is 1 to 10. Give any numbers. My code is in a position to print all the numbers up to a given value. Sir, can I do all the 3? Yes, I'll do it. Just let me remove these, all the comment lines which are said. Now, fine. So when it is printing from for, I'll just say that printf printing numbers from for. New line, let us print all the numbers by using for statement now. Then whenever the while loop is executing, I'll say printing numbers from, I'll use /n, printing numbers from while. Okay, /n. Then let me try to, when do while is printing, I'll just say that printf /n printing numbers from do while. Printing numbers from do while. Okay. /n, then let us close it. Let me try to run the application. Compiled, successfully compiled without any errors. Let me run the application. So whenever it is asking me to give the value of n, I have given it as 10. So now just to check it out how it is printing. Printing the numbers from for statement, printing the numbers from while, and printing a numbers from do while. If I give 20, all the loops will be executed up to 20. This is how we deal with all the 3 looping statements. And the very simplest difference between for, while, and do while is when I know the number of repetitions prior, then always we go for. When I don't know the number of repetitions, then we'll go for while and do while. While is called as pre-checking process and do while is called as post-checking process. Sir, can you print the same application in decremental order? You know what is decremental order which I'm talking about. Now the pattern which I said you to print 1 to 10 numbers, 1 to 10, these are all printing in the what? Incremental order. So now let me try to go in decremental order. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, and 1. So I know that by looking at the pattern, okay, let us try to comment all the remaining things which I have written. Now let me comment this and go up to do while and comment everything. Now I'm trying to print by using for statement. I'll not do much code on this. I'll just try to make my initialization must be maximum and the condition must be I greater than or equals to 1. I'll just do I greater than or equals to 1 and I minus minus. Now let us try to compile the code and execute the code. If I run the application, if I give 10, you just check it out. It is printing from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now let us try to activate everything, entire code which I have said. Please remove all the comment lines. And let me try to print the same pattern by using all the for statement, while statement, and do while statement. The first rule, make I is equals to n maximum, right? The initialization must be maximum and the condition must be I greater than equals to 1. And the modification must be always I minus minus. Even in a do while also, I'll write I is equals to n is the maximum initialization which I'm doing. And the modification must be always I minus minus and condition must be I greater than or equals to 1. And let me try to work on this application. Let us check it out whether it is printing all the numbers from 10 to 9 or 10 to 1 or not. Yes, it is printing all numbers from 10 to 1. Let us give 20. You just check it out. It is printing in decremental order, starting from the nth value, going up to 1. So this is how the loops are constructed. In my next video, we will be discussing about how to print a pattern, with different domains listed for loop and everything. Hope this is clear for you, right? Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.